Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome, one and all, to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Sunday, January 19th, 2020, after 3 p.m. Eastern. If we were to realize who and what we are completely, it would, it would mean that we would know where we are coming from and where we are going. All right? If we could realize who and what we are, it would mean we would know where we are coming from and where we are going. And if we were to realize the fact precisely with each and every one of us in our own way, in every breathing moment of life, we are attracting something to us. Every breath we take, every moment we are in of this life, we are attracting something to us. It cannot be refuted, argued, or debated. It is absolute fact. Now, understanding that, it doesn't matter whether we are magnetizing what we want or what we don't want. It all depends on how conscious we are in this very moment, in this now. This is a consciousness inside us, inside you. Now is ultimately determined by how you relaxed, how relaxed you are, and what you choose to fill your mind with. Now, we talk about inviting thoughts because we do. The ego mind sends tens of thousands and thousands of thoughts all the time. 60, 70, 80,000 a day. Now, it's what types of thoughts do we invite into our mind? Typically, on a normal day of life. Now, when you choose to summon thoughts that bring you into a deeper state of peace, love, trust, bliss, prosperity, abundance, and a feeling of oneness with life around you, you will constantly, instantly sense your consciousness expanding. And the best part is that when consciousness expands, you realize what a powerful manifester, creator you truly are, and start playing in the world like you are one. Now, a lot of us conflict with ourselves. And where you're not going to hear this often, that your experience of this moment of your life is the most important thing for you to put your attention upon. And as I've said repeatedly, yesterday or tomorrow don't even come into play. Nothing is as ever important as the now. And the very moment may not seem like much to some of us, yet it's an accumulation of the sum total of all the thoughts, feelings, and experiences each of us have had throughout our life and lifetimes. Understand what that is. All right? This very moment, this very now, may not seem like much to some of us. Yet it's an accumulation of the sum total of all the thoughts, feelings, and experiences you have had throughout your life and lifetimes. It's all happening now. All the words your mother, father, siblings, friends, teachers, coworkers, bosses, gurus, and everyone you've met have said to you throughout your life are occurring inside your deeper subconscious mind like data stored on a computer chip. And what you do with this information determines the level of energy you are vibrating at now, right in this now, and the positive and negative experiences you will manifest into your future. And by using your heart as your compass, you can see more clearly which direction to go to stop self-defeating behavior. And whether you believe the idea or reject it, you are still going to remain a super powerful creator magnet. What this means is that your body and mind is naturally designed to attract, magnetize, and materialize things. It is naturally designed to do that. People and experiences to it. So not you attract. It's designed to attract, magnetize, and materialize things, people, and experiences to it. And your body cannot stop attracting your mind's desires and thoughts to it. Whatever your heart is longing for is what the universe hears as your energetic blueprint and is speedily sending it your way. Now, if you have a plethora of negative, undeserving thoughts which contradict the desires your heart yearns for, it will inhibit you from attracting the positive outcomes you're looking for. It stops them. See, this is what's so frustrating for so many of us. We stop the flow of abundance to us when we have been designed to do the opposite. So it really all comes down to how conscious you can be of what you put in your mind. It is about the heart mind overseeing the ego mind and working in unison. Are you allowing your mind to play in the mountain peaks or the toilet bowl? What is the most positive thought you can think and feel in your life in this now, today? What is it? When we harbor all of the toilet bowl thinking, where we pull in all of the negatives, all of the what-ifs, all of the doom and gloom, everything we could possibly conjure up that is negative, debilitating, fearful, and energizing us on a continual downward spiral and low manifestation and low self-esteem and low confidence and worry, stress, and fear, we will continue to attract the same forever. It will not change until each and every one of us in our own way become cognizant and conscious of who and what we are. We are conscious. We are not unconscious. We are conscious creators. And most people, or I guess you could say it gets frustrating at times when you know who and what you are. Most people don't realize how powerful they truly are. They feel that life is out of their control and they have no ability to create the dreams that they desire, to turn thoughts into reality, to embrace the thoughts that they ask for through the heart mind, through the ego mind. See? And so when we open ourselves up to the belief that we are always going to be a manifesting, creating machine, everything changes. You begin to realize just how powerful you really are, and you start talking more, taking more, and more responsibility for what you're thinking and feeling, you're less likely to allow yourself to get upset about something trivial that you could just relax about and keep your mind in a state of acceptance and appreciation. There is less desire from your ego to be right about things and more of a yearning to be at peace, relaxed with what is. And here's a simple, powerful rule. Always give people more than they expect to get. And that came from Nelson Boswell. The truth about manifesting is fairly simple, about creating. Your thoughts create your life. It's irrefutable. And whatever you are physically going to experience in your future is what you intuitively feel deep, deep, deep down is going to happen. And what the mind tends to worry and obsess about doesn't matter as much as what you feel or expect the future will be like. It is our deepest feeling about something that acts like a special request for the universe. Take a moment to notice what you believe deep, deep, deep down that the next month of your life is going to look and feel like. The mind may be plagued with doubts and fears, yet when you take some time to get very still and quiet, you'll feel what you really believe is going to happen. Getting quiet, being still, is the only way to look inside yourself, find all, and I mean all, the answers you are seeking in this life, in this now. The answers are there if you just take the time to look. And this is so important for each and every one of us. One of the most important things to practice healing on a daily basis is knowing that you always have the power to create any reality you want. And when you know something, there is a deep relaxation in the body as the mind is freed from all doubt and disbelief. True knowing comes from a place of surrender in the body, not from a righteous head trip that's hooked on data and facts. The sense of knowing is a feeling, a very calming feeling in the body that soothes your soul, your God, your heaven. Sit with this knowing feeling for the next few days, just practicing what the sensation is like in your body. Feel into those things you know are true, that everyone on the planet would agree with. The power of this knowing feeling will build up over time, and this is a powerful practice to do, especially before going to sleep. And who knows, you might be pleasantly surprised by the morning that you know your life's mission and just how truly magical and mystical you really are. Be surprised at nothing. Let peace and stillness flood through you and envelop you completely in its cloak. Put on the whole armor of love, and yet feel very deeply. Let tears flow. Wash away impurities until you feel clean within and clean without. Become like an empty vessel ready to be filled with life's nectar. And that quote's from Eileen Keddy. Now, here's a true factor. If you are ready to dramatically empower your life in the most liberating ways, then you can catapult your life into an extremely positive and empowering direction. And it's much easier to create the life you truly desire than you thought it was. Everything you desire in love, relationships, money, career, sex, romance, health, energy, can and will be yours. When you start applying the understanding, the knowing that who and what you are. Now, many of us fall victim to the ego mind. We incessantly embrace all of these thoughts that are just thoughts. We take them in, and it is incessant, and we turn them into realities. So we create them. We create the very lives that we are currently in right now, right in this moment. It has nothing to do with others. It has nothing to do from external authorities. It is all due to you embracing thoughts and creating the reality of the life that you currently are in at this very moment, at this now. Whatever it may be, you created it. You manifested it. And you will continually do so until you become fully conscious of who and what you are and what you truly desire in this life, in this now. And understand something. All beings are from the very beginning Buddhists. Okay? All beings are from the very beginning Buddhists, Jesuses, Sanandas. All beings. We are enlightened beings in disguise. Every being is born with full access to the highest peak of truth, love, and consciousness. If you look into a baby's eyes, you will see it. We've talked about this before. The sparkle of their pure, uncluttered, untainted awareness is blazing there. You can see that there is no sense of time, rigid beliefs, or systems of controlling the world in their mind. There is just pure presence and awareness. They are naturally in love with life without even trying. Their enlightened nature shines through. This consciousness is in all of us, for at one time we were all babies. And in our enlightened nature is already here now, complete with a whole in itself. Why isn't the entire world filled with an abundance of enlightened beings? There is one little thing in the way called the ego. The mind gets identified with certain desires, thinking it has to have these things in order to be happy. The attachment desire gets in the way and obscures this light of pure being. When there is too much attachment or resistance to anything in life, it causes the mind to malfunction and lose contact with its natural enlightened perspective on reality. What it needs is to relax, rest, and wait for the clarity to come pouring through. Now, the unenlightened mind is a lot like a fish in a fishbowl who is anxiously swimming around in circles, causing the water to spin and all the muck on the bottom to be stirred up, distorting the clarity of the water. When the fish stops swimming and rests, it takes a while for the muck to settle back to the bottom of the bowl, and the water becomes crystal clear. If your health, relationships, money, work, or love, life seems to be spinning around in the muck, you simply need to stop all movement, relax the mind, rest deep inside yourself again, and in time, your issue will restore itself as the light of your own consciousness will clarify everything for you. By bringing the mind to a complete halt, the illusions of your mind disappear, and you naturally experience the infinite source inside you. Being still is the greatest secret to discovering enlightenment. When you are completely calm, still and unmoving, your mind becomes crystal clear. And then you experience the loving, eternal, and divine aspects of your infinite enlightened nature. The heart opens, and an unconditional love for all beings, including yourself, naturally begins pouring through you. And when the mind is uncluttered, you can see the divine truth of who and what you truly are. I do not know whether I was then a man dreaming I was a butterfly, or whether I am now a butterfly dreaming I am a man. Chang Tzu. Now, the very instant we are empty of mind chatter, we can stop and take a good look inside ourselves. We can explore ourselves, investigate our past, look into what we want to manifest in our future, and discover something quite amazing about our very nature. We realize that we are not this body, nor these thoughts, or anything we can imagine with our mind. Who we really are goes beyond thinking, beyond concepts, beyond the mind. And we are an infinite, an eternal soul, a God that cannot be burned by fire or wet by water. We are this forever expanding consciousness that cannot be defined. When we are in a state of pure being, completely free from the mind, we instantly start connecting with our inherent enlightened nature. And suddenly, as if from out of nowhere, our true radiant self, with all of its positive life-expanding qualities, finds its way into our lives. Our relationships become fun, easy, and effortless. And we think about what amazing gifts we have inside to give back to the community. The most simple, blissful, joyful sensations are naturally experienced in the most ordinary situations. And by being silent, quiet, and still, we discover what we are already deeply connected to an infinite source of goodness within, the God. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. One cannot help but be in awe when one contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery every day. Never lose a holy curiosity. Albert Einstein. Every morning, try this, all of you, every morning for the next week of your life. I invite you to explore one thing. The very instant that you're awakened from your sleep, before you move your body or open your eyes, take these precious moments to turn your attention inward and ask this one question. Where is the source of this thought? Where is it coming from? And the question itself is the purpose of the exercise. It's not necessary to find an answer. Just keep pointing your attention in the direction of where you feel or think the source of thought is coming from. Directing your attention inside yourself is the key to opening the great door to the beyond. And before you wake up, just take a look inside you. Look deeper inside yourself before your mind starts to think about its agenda for the day. Simply investigate where the source of thought is coming from. And if you can feel into it, relax into it, and rest in the core of it, this way you'll tend to return to this place all throughout your day. Bring your whole heart and soul, God, into this inquiry. And if you get stuck, then simply remain curious. Do not try to go anywhere. Just remain in a state of curiosity and see what happens. There is a hidden force behind your mind, running this grand master show. This indivisible divine energy is omnipotently powerful when you connect with it. And when you find it, you'll be able to shape-shift your life any way you'd like it to be. Expect your every need to be met. Expect the answer to every problem. Expect abundance on every level. Expect to grow spiritually. You are not living by human laws. Expect miracles. See them take place. Hold ever before you the thought of prosperity and abundance, and know that doing so sets in motion forces that will bring it into being as long as you stay out of its way. And there's a question, and this meditation is, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Ask yourself this question deeply. Look within for as long as you possibly can. And when you are challenged by life, sit in the very core of your stuckness and ask, who am I really? And remember, always, that each and every one of us are the destination. Now, if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of us will be, or all of us. And the first thing we want to do is relax our bodies. Most of us don't relax our bodies. We want to relax our bodies. A stillness of the body. And you go within, and you let go. You surrender everything, whatever it may be. Worry, stress, fear, thoughts. Because when you do this, the ego mind works overtime, and it keeps shooting more of the same thoughts that you keep incessantly embracing and turning into reality. And you continually do this, and it continually, you suffer from it. It's a condition. So you surrender. And this is how you surrender within. You say, I don't have anything, so what? I don't have any money, so what? It's not an issue. The only issue is the ego mind dictating through the heart mind for you to continually, literally create into reality of more and more and more and more of the same. It never ends. It's more and more and more and more and more of the same. If you look at your life in this very moment now, and all of the things that have transpired in it, in this very moment now, you will begin to understand by going within why your life is where it's at right now. You can't point fingers. You can't blame. You can't go externally because it is all you. This is about surrendering. This is about forgiving. This is about relaxing the body within you. You, the God. You, the heaven. You, the source of creation. Source creation created you. So what does that make you? Part of source, part of creation. You're connected on every existence, every plane, deep within you. And that source is the omnipotently powerful field and frequency of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond it, forever. You can manifest anything. You can bring anything into your life. You do it every second of your existence. So you surrender, you relax the body. You let it all go. It's insignificant. It's trivial. And by doing this, the body responds in kind, and it begins to relax. And as the body relaxes, we want to move into the now, because the now is all we have. Everything happens in the now, the past, the present, the future. It is all in the now, the moment. We matter how we explain it, we don't go into the past. Because it is dangerous for us to go back into the past, live the past over and over and over again, and bring it into the future to create a future that is actually made out of the past. We are in the now. Everything that you do and say to yourself is creating in the now. So be mindful of your thoughts. And as we do this, and we move into the now, we still the ego mind. We still the subconscious mind. We just be. We're just in the very moment. Whatever we're doing in the very moment is where we're focused. And as we focus on the very moment, we continually go deeper and deeper and deeper within ourselves. We are seeking the kingdom of God within us. And so shall we find it. Now, as we're in the now, and as we're relaxing the body, we want to breathe. We want to breath in through the nose and breath out through the mouth. And as we breath in through the nose, we want to hold it. And we hold it for 3 seconds. And here are the frequencies of the 3 seconds. I am love, I am light, I am. I am love, I am light, I am. I am love, I am light, I am. And then easily breath out through the mouth. And we want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Now, we breath in and we hold it because it focuses us on the now. It assists us on the now. The breath is sacred. The breath is filled with enlightenment. And so we concentrate on our breath, and we breathe in and breathe out, and we literally focus on the now. When you start to fracture and fray off into different directions, and you're going in many different directions, you will know that you have left the now. You've wandered off into a future, and you've wandered off into a past, which neither are helping you or guiding you in the now. In the now, this very moment we're in, we are creating our futures. So as we breath in divine positive energy. And the divine positive energy is from source creation, that which created us, that which created Mother, Father, God, Prime Source created God. That's what created everything, all of us. We're all one, we're all family, we're all love. We're all created out of love. And as we breath it in, there's a communication that comes from the collective consciousness of this planet Earth Gaia, from the collective consciousness of the universes. Consciousness creates everything. What do you think source is? Consciousness. That's what creates universes. That's what creates everything. We are consciousness. We are part of it. We hold the essence of all consciousness. And who are we? Who are you? Who am I? You're the God. You're the kingdom of God. You're the heaven. You're the paradise. You're the bliss. You're the abundance. You're the prosperity. You're the wealth. You are the riches. It's just irrefutable. It is a fact. And the only reason that you aren't experiencing that now, in this now, is because you have not connected with the God you are, and you have not surrendered to all of this crap that incessantly comes from the ego mind and dictates to the heart mind over and over and over again. And so you embrace those, and you bring them in, and you create a reality out of them. And in the beginning, they're just thoughts. That's all they ever were. Now, when we breath out anything that sticks to us, anything that we have identified that serves us no greater good? Does worrying, stressing, and fearing serve us a greater good? Does worrying about our physical well-being, does worrying and stressing and fearing about money, does worrying, stressing, and fearing about when are we going to leave the body, does any of that serve us a higher good? It infiltrates and it expands and it leads us into more and more and more of the same. Does that serve any of us the higher good, the greater good? Does that lend us an understanding of bliss and happiness and prosperity? Does it? Who are you? You are the God. You are the heaven. You are the paradise. Now, we all are in the heart-mind if we choose to be. I choose to be in the heart-mind as much as I can be. And the more we practice being in the heart-mind and operating from the heart-mind, we are not negating the ego-mind, but we are literally supervising it with love, kindness, gentleness. And then we determine are able to design our own thoughts through the ego mind from the heart mind. And we design our thoughts. We become designers, architects. We literally structure. And we literally take the thoughts and create the reality that we choose to have. So in the heart mind, and then the kingdom of God within us. You see, each of us hold a piece of the essence. We are the essence of the God. We are the essence of heaven, the essence of paradise, the essence of all things. The essence of creation. And we have those such as the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of them. They're a civilization. They vibrate at a different frequency. They too are created by Source. Because they're at a different frequency, does it make them any different? Their gods any different than our gods? No, it doesn't. It's insignificant. That is ego. And they vibrate at a high frequency, so sometimes we see them, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we feel them, we smell them, we sense them. Sometimes we don't. They're always there. They've been there since the beginning, since we entered these bodies the first time. And they're of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. They can surround us at 10, 11, 12, 15,000 at a time, just one of us. And they are with us right now. Same with the Ascended Masters. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Buddha, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Thoth, Tel, many, many, many more. And what they've done is they've mastered and they extended out of body and they hold God form. We are God form in the body. And we continually master. Not much difference, by the way. And they're of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we're all here. We're all one. We're all love. So arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light, our halo, around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, who is asleep, who is resting. And as we do this, we emit a brilliant light. Not the Luciferian light, not the deception, but Source creation light. It's because we vibrate at such a high frequency within these bodies. And we literally emit this brilliant light. It grays the darkness of space. And it also encases this planet. in all of us, in all life, on, in, above, and below. And it's filled with a field of euphoria, bliss, joy, gentleness, peace, kindness, generosity, humbleness, tranquility, benevolence, the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, the healing power and energy combined within us, within the God. The white fire, the armor of pure, deep, eternal love, protecting us 24/7 at a very high frequency. The purple transmuting flame, where we eliminate and transmute all lower matter frequencies into neutral light substance, and we send it back to its origin, the great central sun. The violet ray of cleansing and purifying. The violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael, the strength, the resolve, the power that we all are. The golden white pink light of source creation, that which created us, that which created prime source creator God, mother, father God, all things. All of us hold the essence of that creation. So it is up to us to keep our frequencies high so that the door cannot be opened and we cannot be invaded. It's that simple. Or is it? So arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light. We begin to elevate, levitate above the planet, and we step outside the body. We hover above the head, where source creation's energy flow continually comes in etherically through us, around us, everywhere. And as we do this, we immediately call out to all other source creations, all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion and non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness and kindness, joy, bliss, peace, generosity and humbleness, tranquility and benevolence. They come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this universe. Thousands of Gugaplexes fill thousands of universes and beyond. And they come from all directions, and they float in. And arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this now, in this circle of light, this meditation. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love, and our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth. All of these civilizations, there are many. And only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, kindness, gentleness, generosity and humbleness, joy, bliss, peace, tranquility and benevolence. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They're in full enlightenment. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the galactics, off-worlders. All of these civilizations, and there are many, and just to name a few, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, Pleiadians, the Syrians, and only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, bliss, joy, peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, tranquility and benevolence, stillness of mind, non-ego, non-judgment, non-negativity. They come, and they have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and slavery. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon our loved ones. All of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. And only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion and non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, joy, bliss, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. And they come, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They are their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are all one, and we are all love, and our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon all those light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, in this now, in this meditation, in the circle of light. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion and non-judgment, stillness of mind, non-ego, non-negativity, kindness, gentleness, generosity and humbleness, peace, joy, bliss, tranquility and benevolence. And they come. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we have never seen before. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God-light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. We created this sphere. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It's that center circle. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. It is filled in perpetual motion with the deepest and the highest of eternal love and the deepest and the highest of gratitudes, in peace, in kindness, in joy, in bliss, in prosperity, in abundance, in wealth, in tranquility, in benevolence, in gentleness, in kindness, in humbleness, in generosity. And it floods us 24/7 and endlessly in all of the sacredness of space. We can feel it, and it comes in waves through every atom of our existence. It is the highest of high frequencies. It is that of source creation. It is that of the collective consciousness of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. You can feel it as it floods you, saturates you. Your physical body, head to toe, inside and out. Your etherical body. Your kingdom of God, the God that you are. The mind of God, the heart of God. All of it. Saturated. You're flooded. Euphoric. Bliss. Happiness. Peace. Joy. Contentment. It's all there. And it's all within you. We look down upon the planet, we see all of the life. All of our brothers and sisters. And they too are flooded and saturated. And their gods are in communication with our gods. All of us. And all of us are lifting this very fabric of creation into the highest of highest highs of deep eternal love. We're moving into bliss, into paradise, into joy, into peace, into prosperity, into abundance. And we are abundance. We are prosperity. We are bliss. We are paradise. We are the heaven. There is nothing that we are not. And we are creation. So, who are we? I'll join you in the meditation. Return to close us out. I think, are getting to the point where we know who and what we are, at least scratching the surface. And so it is imperative, it is our choice, but it's imperative to decide, where do we go? And we go within. This has always been the journey. This is why it has been so incessantly taught to the civilization of this planet to look outside of itself, to look for external authority, to have structures developed and put into place to keep us from thinking for ourselves, guiding ourselves, leading ourselves, governing ourselves, creating value and building wealth for ourselves and the rest of the civilization. This is why it's been so incessant for so very, very, very long. And it is false. Because we are the God. We are of source creation. We are the love. We are the abundance. We are the prosperity. If we seek outside of ourselves, which we are, it shall never be. If we push things in this life, we will fracture them and disintegrate them. If we invite and surrender, they will be opulently abundant. You take this with you the rest of the day into the evening and